Well, I know what the Bible says.
About?
Homosexuality.
What does it say?
Nah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
So Shia LaBeouf, Hollywood actor Shia LaBeouf, said, "I'm scared of big gay people." Those are the comments that he made. We're going to get into that in this video, guys. But before we do, please subscribe to the channel, like and comment down below. We're going to jump into this video, right? And we're going to look at what he says and we're going to rationalize it, because there were some articles made. He was called homophobic and all these kind of things. And he basically addresses this in this particular interview. And there's a lot to this interview. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but this particular segment is why it went viral. Even people like Patrick Bet David are talking about it. We're going to get into a little segment on his show as well, the Patrick Bet David podcast. Without further ado, guys, let's get into the video.
Cat's out of the bag, yo. Shia LaBeouf is a celebrity. He's in big movies, so when he pops out and gets busy on the streets of New Orleans, it is big news. We're talking headlines, major mainstream media coverage from the even Steven star himself. In fact, so much coverage, as a news consumer, it's hard to figure out what the frick is going on. For example, AP News said he was arrested after an alleged fight during Mardi Gras in New Orleans. The Hollywood Reporter said he's been on a bar crawl and that he's terrorizing the city. TMZ just posted a mugshot. Altitude led by saying that he was accused of shouting homophobic slurs at a drag artist during Mardi Gras arrest, which it seems may have been true.
Bar fights and shit. How would you minimize that in the future?
With bar fights and shit, how you minimize that in the future? Boy, you got me. Wait a second. I got a better answer. Give me a second, bro.
Okay, cool. The thing is, like, you know, if you're gonna keep staying out, partying, having fun,
yeah,
probably gonna want to like create almost a harm reduction
Here's the
yourself.
truth. Here's the truth. On Mardi Gras, everybody's got motivations on Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is Mardi Gras. God bless these dudes. I'm sorry it happened. Mardi Gras. They want to make it an extra thing. I understand. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Get it. Go.
Well, I just think, right, like, if you're gonna stay out and keep doing this.
Look, here's my truth. I'm in the street all day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm outside all day long before Mardi Gras. After Mardi Gras, I'm outside all day long. This city is love, bro. I get no fucking weirdo from no weird. There's not an ounce, not a smidgen of any weirdo out here with me walking around. No, LA's love too. Bro, I'm like Will Smith. I'm like an uncle, dog. Yeah. So I just move around. It's love everywhere. I don't get love. I get love pretty much everywhere. The minute I get into trouble is with a person who is after something.
After what kind of thing? Like inciting a reaction?
I am an opportunity sometimes to someone. That's not to minimize my behavior, but I get it. I'm bright as fuck when I walk around, and I get, listen, if you're like a Twigs fan or something, like, I don't know, bro. I have no fucking idea, bro. It's not my business. It's not my business. Here's what I know. I can only deal with my side. My side is this. My behavior, bullshit. I gotta deal with that. Does that mean I gotta go to rehab again? I'm just not into it, bro. I don't think my answers are there. I don't. I genuinely don't. If I genuinely did, I'd go. I don't think I have a drinking problem. I think I have a different problem, and I'm gonna address it.
And what's that problem?
I think I have a small man complex, some kind of Napoleonic, I don't know what it is. I think it's something that has to do with anger and ego more so than my drinking. But that's where I'm at now on my journey, and I'm trying to navigate it. I'll figure it out.
What kind of things set off that anger?
What kind of things set off that anger? I mean, boy, I haven't experienced it for a while, but I'll be honest with you. Big gay people are scary to me.
What do you mean?
When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot?
No, it just happened one time.
Recently?
Well, that's why I got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were sort of being groped and surrounded.
I'm not going to say that because my lawyer said, "Oh fuck, dude."
It's okay. We can make it.
I am wrong for touching anyone ever, and that's the end of my statement on this whole shit.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Imagine you were surrounded by big dudes that are into that. Right, and they're touching on your legs and all that sort of stuff. Shia LaBeouf says, you know what? If I touch anyone inappropriately, it's wrong regardless. And I think he made those comments for the simple fact that people are probably saying that he's making a big deal out of something because it was gay people, homosexual people that were touching him or whatever. It wasn't taken as seriously, a bunch of men touching another man, as it would be as if he, as a man, would have touched another female in the same way, stroked on a female's legs, him and a bunch of other dudes surrounding a female and, you know, making her feel sexually objectified, for example, right? So obviously it looks like he went mad. There was some violence that went down. He ended up getting arrested and so on. People said he's homophobic. He was shouting certain things at certain people. Listen, if that happened to me, it's going mad. It's going off. The same thing would have happened.
You know, I'm good with gay. Be gay over there, though. Don't be gay in my lap. There's personal space type stuff, you know, which gets weird it's Mardi Gras. That's why, bro. I was drunk and it's Mardi Gras. So everything I'm saying is nonsense. It's Mardi Gras, you know?
But it sounds like this complex is maybe something that you noticed for a long time.
I mean, maybe, bro. I mean, my dad was raped by his cousin, so he was in my ear all the time. I don't know, maybe I am. Who the fuck knows, bro? I'm open to whatever somebody wants to say. It didn't feel like that when it happened. Look, and this is the worst thing to say, and I'm not gonna say it. I never had no problem with gay people, never. I remember paying for people's like transition surgery when I was fucking around on the internet heavy. I've never been adversarial towards it, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I'm open to whatever. If somebody's got more information on the subject, then, you know, let me know. I know I'm fucking deep off into the Bible. I know what the Bible says.
About?
Homosexuality.
What does it say?
Nah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Let's look at a clip from the Patrick Bet David podcast about fame and getting fame too young, for example, right? Look at this.
Let me get to a story here with Shia LaBeouf. You guys we saw Shia LaBeouf, and I know this is a little culture, but I want to go to it. One of my favorite actors of all time is Shia LaBeouf. I stopped watching Transformers once he was no longer in it. He does a great job, but he was interviewed by the Channel 5 guy. What's his name, Rob?
Andrew Callahan.
Andrew Callahan, who does a very good job getting reports and interviews. Here is this the one where he's talking about he's afraid of people?
Yes.
So this is the reason behind his arrest, guys. Just brace for impact because he's very raw here. Go ahead, Rob.
But I'll be honest with you, big gay people are scary to me.
Didn't see that one coming.
When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared. I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
How do you process it, Adam, for yourself with Shia LaBeouf?
So I know how much you enjoyed this guy, and you know the first time we learned about Shia, for me, I think it was during Transformers. But there's a story here. This guy, I think, has been famous since he's 14, 15 years old. Be careful when you want fame too soon, because how many people in Hollywood have we seen get fame before they were mature? Justin Bieber, we see what's going on with that guy these days. You know, the song that you play where he's sitting in front of the mirror talking about, what's the song that he sings? Lonely. Exactly. It's so crazy. Lindsay Lohan.
Very different, but yeah, it's a song.
Yeah, exactly. My singing isn't what it used to be.
No,
Lindsay
don't do
Lohan, the Corey Hames of the world, the Drew Barrymores of the world. You know, they all deal with trauma, drugs, alcohol, depression, all these things. Because why? They wanted to be famous.
How many times have we seen people in Hollywood, right? People in Hollywood, you know, Justin Bieber, people like that. Who else? There's loads of them. There's loads of people that got fame early and they ended up going mad. Look at Miley Cyrus, right? People like that, Hollywood mashes you up their heads. Hollywood mashes up. These people, we watch them deteriorate in real time, right? You have, is it Corey Feldman? Corey Feldman, back in the day, he talked about the fact that there was grooming in the industry and stuff. If you don't know who he is, go and check him out. If he was from a very famous film back in the day called The Goonies, right? Corey Feldman, right? And, you know, all of this grooming and gay grooming, actually. Gay grooming, child PDF, and all that sort of stuff going on, right? Look at the Epstein files right now, right? This stuff goes on. You have, was it Harvey Weinstein? All that sort of stuff goes on. And you think Shia LaBeouf doesn't know about these kind of things? Why do you think he's got PTSD or he's going mad when he gets surrounded by a bunch of men? You know, that sort of thing happening. But I just want to go back to what he said. People going young. Be careful what you wish for. If you want to get into fame, you want to put your kids into fame, into Hollywood, into acting, music, all that sort of stuff, around all this sort of stuff. Be careful what you wish for, because it might just end up mashing up your child's life or mashing up that person's life. When they turn an adult, you're thinking, what's wrong with them? They're just crashing out all the time. They're going mad. Shia LaBeouf, people like that, they're in the papers all the time. They're crying. In that interview, we didn't show it in this, but there's times where he bursts out crying in that interview, right? He talks about Jesus as well in that interview. I recommend you or encourage you, go and watch some more of that interview. I haven't watched the whole thing myself, just the parts that interested me, right? But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, with the whole comments, scared of big gay people, right? There's some context to it. With his arrest in Mardi Gras, there's some context to it. You know, what would you do if you were in that situation? Right, guys? People are quick to have an opinion without knowing the full story. I still could say that about myself over some of the videos I posted over the past few days. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's always good to have some context. It's always interesting to know the other person's side of the story. And with Shia LaBeouf, he is, you know, going back to what Patrick Bet David says. In fact, watch this bit here.
One of my favorite actors of all time is Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
I stopped watching Transformers once he was no longer in it.
Listen, Transformers, he made Transformers. Shia LaBeouf, he made Transformers. He's a great actor. If every film that I've watched with Shia LaBeouf, yeah, he is a brilliant actor, right? Or was. I don't know if he still acts, but yeah, he was a great actor. And, you know, at the end of the day, I think he could have even went so much further than what he did if he didn't come out of it and just, you know, change his life and change the way, you know, change his thought process, his mind, and just kind of like, you remember back in the day, he had the bag over his head. He said, I'm not famous anymore. He just rebelled against Hollywood, rebelled against the fame after that. Fame can mess with your head, guys. But that's really all I want to talk to you about in this video. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Again, only a small percentage of you watching these videos are actually subscribed. The majority of you watching are not actually subscribed. So please, guys, it's free. Like the video. That helps with the YouTube algorithm. That helps more people to hear about the video. And if you leave a comment down below, let me know your views. It will not be rejected. It won't be deleted unless it's just absolutely mad and just offensive and crazy. Yeah? Attacking and all that sort of stuff, right? But for the majority, I'll just leave it there, guys. It's freedom of speech. Few people have been asking me in the comments if I will delete their comment and stuff like that. I'm not deleting comments, guys. But yeah, that's all I've got for you in this video. I will see you in the next one.